I always really want to focus things on kind of teaching you guys different investing tips, but there's something you need to understand. You understand it very importantly before you ever do anything. We have a manipulated stock market, and I truly believe we no longer have a free and open market, meaning things are fair and crappy companies need to fail. So the way things always used to work is if a company sucked, they didn't do a good job managing their money, they didn't meet their necessary margins to pay their expenses, they just failed. And what happened when they failed? Somebody else came in, bought that crappy company for cents on the dollar, turned around, took the pieces of that crappy company they could utilize, and then turned it into a better company. But case in point, Boeing, for an example. Boeing is so big, it's one of the largest airline manufacturers, and really they kind of have a monopoly in the sense that they're bleeding money. And we now in some crazy world say, hey, they are way too big to fail. Let's just keep bailing them out and giving them billions and billions of dollars because we just can't afford for Boeing to fail. And yeah, if Boeing failed, would it suck? Yeah, it would. But guess what? Somebody would come in, find a cheaper and better way to do it because they will have learned from all the mistakes that Boeing made and will deliver a better product to us, and they will probably eliminate some of the crappy costs they did. And yeah, would they have to raise their price? Probably so, because the cheapest thing doesn't always lead to a successful company. Many times things have to go up in order to raise these prices, like the materials costs, labor costs, technology costs. So yeah, would these contracts that they have with a lot of these different airlines probably have to raise the prices? Yeah, they would. But you know what? Somebody would come in and fix the company. And all the bailout funds that we keep throwing at these crappy companies, we need to stop it, because if we don't, we really don't have a free and open market. And I don't think that's going to actually happen. So we need to realize that we have a manipulated market. So how do we use that? Well, the good thing is we know we have a manipulated market and we know they're not going to let that company fail. We can buy their stock. So when Boeing dropped down to $1.50, $1.60 a share, or even $1.80 a share, you know what? They're getting bailed out. And you know what the great thing is when you get bailed out? You're going to keep getting bailed out because they already threw money at you once. They're going to continue to throw money at you again. It's not like, oh, here's $50 billion. Oh, crap. Let's close you down. No, they've already invested $50 billion. It's probably going to be another $50 billion if they still need that to be failed. So if you know you're operating in a manipulated and a non-free market, you can use it to your advantage. But don't for 1 second make that investing mistake that you don't think that you are, that you're in some, market that where crappy companies are just going to automatically fail, because that's not the case. And yeah, sure, some crappy companies do fail, but there is too big to fail, and that really does exist. And so you need to know what companies those are and to watch them because they can be great buying opportunities.